Hello everyone, this is Adnan with 360 IT Academy. In this video, I'm going to show you actually how to install a web server inside Windows instance in EC2 virtual machine. So all we are going to do, we already created a EC2 instance in video number 4. If you're not created a Windows instance, you can go back to video number 4 and create the video, this instance. So within that instance that we created in video number 4, we are going to install a web server or IaaS service, and then we're going to test the website. So let's get started. So this is the web server, Windows web server, and in video number 6 we created a Windows Linux web server. So in Windows web server, all we need to do is to first of all connect to the Windows server. I'm gonna click here, select, and then connect. Once you connect to this instance, you can connect by going to RDP instance, download the remote desktop, and here you can get the password by providing the key as we did in video number 2, and then you can log in. And here I am already logged into this instance. So once you logged into the instance, all you need to do is to go to server manager, and within server manager we need to go to add roles and features, and within add roles and feature we are going to, so it's just saying that it needs to load. Once it is loaded, we are going to whether available after data collection. So once it is available, then what we can do is we can add the web server role. Once the web server role is created, then we are going to edit the index file. Index file is already there. Index file is the file with which the server web server is accessed. So here I'm gonna go to add roles and features, and next and next. So here I'm gonna go down and select the web server role. Once you select, you need to add features, and in here click next and next and install. So in few moments the role will be installed. The main function of this IaaS service is to make this server a web server. Later on we can install any websites in this web server, but once you install this web server, it will basically come up with a default page. So our test will be that we will try to access this. So while this is being installed, we'll try to access the web page by using the public IP address of this instance. So I'm going to select this instance here, and I'm going to take this public DNS name or the IP address, and I'm going to put it here in the browser, copy and enter. So so far I think the IaaS is not installed, so we should get an error message. And at the same time we need to confirm, okay, so IaaS is installed now. So while we were trying to access the link, and the server is right here. So okay, IaaS services are available and we are able to see this page. So the other point that I wanted to make, so once this is completely installed, so we are able to see the page, meaning the services that requires to run the web services are installed, and we can see the page here while this is still being installed, the rest of the services. But here I wanted to show you another important point, that when you create an instance, when we created this instance, just make sure that in the security group port 80 is enabled. So if I go down to security, and within the security we already enabled, so when we created this instance we enabled these ports. Let's say if these ports would have not been enabled, then this page won't be displayed. So let's say if I go down here and let's make some changes, let's do the inverse. Let's say you don't have the ports enabled. So in this case I'm gonna just say delete, and port 80 is deleted. I'm gonna just save the rule, and now I'll try to access this page. So now this should give me an error message. So that's one thing. So once you create an EC2 instance, you can easily create an EC2 instance, just by going into EC2 and then create the instance and select Windows Server. Now the reason it's taking time is that it's not able to connect to the instance. So let's let this error out. Let this message error out here, and in the meantime I am going to go back to the security group, and within the security group I'm going to add this port, and I'm not going to save it because I still need to see that error message, or since it is trying to load, I'll just open this link again. So I'll remove this and try to go back to this link again. So this should immediately actually understand that this page is not available. So in the meantime, I'll add this port again. So the port is add rule, and how did I came here? Let's say if I cancel this, all you need to do is to go to the instance. So you have this Windows instance, and you need to go to the instance details. Within the, once the instance is selected, you can go down to security, and within security, the security, and you can go to the security group, and here you can edit the inbound, meaning the incoming traffic. And within incoming traffic, here you need to select HTTP port, just like we selected this for the Linux instance. Here you are going to say that any traffic coming from anywhere, or you can specify your client IP address, your public IP address, and you can only say the traffic that is coming from only that particular IP address. So here, and save rule. So once the rule is saved, and you can go back. So here this page is errored out, since now we have provided that port open. Now I'm going to try again, and it should immediately open. So that's one thing. And let's try to go back to our instance here and try to stop the service, just to make sure that stopping the server does matter in this case. So here in this, I am in the server, and I'm gonna go into IaaS, which is this service, and right click on this, and we are going to open Internet Information Server, Internet Information Services, and here I'm gonna select this server and stop the server. So here the way I stopped the server, and now I'm gonna go back and to the test page and try to connect. Since the service is stopped, now it should error out again. Why? The reason is the service is stopped and it won't be able to connect. So I'm gonna go back to this VM, and we can start the server again. So here it did error out. So it did error out, and so I want you to do the test as well. So I'm gonna start the server. So once I start the server again, it might take few minutes and the page is back on. So in this video we have seen that how to install Webserver on a Windows 2 or Windows Server instance, and to test and verify the Webserver functionality. Thank you for watching this video.